Hello YouTube, welcome to another video. This is going to be part 2 of our video series on the Toyota TechStream program. So in part 1 we basically installed the program. In this part 2 we're going to be connecting it to the car and seeing what it can do. Let's get started. Alright, so now we're outside. The car is running and we have the USB connected. Now this port is going to go to the car. Alright, that's connected to the OBD2 port. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and launch the patch. And we are initializing USB communication. From here, you're just going to have to wait. We have model code. I guess you're going to have to check on the car door sticker. Vehicle spec, we have Korea and others, so we're going to grab others. That gives us the option to change option. We're going to drop that down and then we're going to choose the right code. Alright, I'm not finding anything on the door sticker related to this, so I'm just going to grab the first option. And then on the selection, this one doesn't have a smart key. And then the last option is four-wheel drive. This is an all-wheel drive. Next. Alright, we are connected, it looks like. We have a color code, and yellow means ECU status unknown. White means ECU communication is okay. White with an asterisk, ECU not supported or not responding. So light blue with asterisk, ECU communication okay in past times, but not responding now. The first option is a health check, so we're gonna start with that. Next. And by the way, I'm not a professional mechanic or anything, just an everyday person who likes to work on his own car. Alright, we have an engine ECT, cruise control, ABS, four-wheel drive, and so on. We have no diagnostic codes, that's good. Current configuration, pending, history, test failed, all of that's clear. And then we have the calibration numbers. I guess these are like versions of the calibration on each of these modules. So you can check online for the latest calibration. If anything is outdated here, you can figure out how to update it. But I guess you cannot do it with this software, since you would need the Toyota servers in order to download the latest configurations. So I don't think you can use this to do the update, but I could be wrong. Just let me know in the comments if this is possible using this version of TechStream. But everything is no here in configure. Alright, at the bottom right you have a refresh, an engine icon, which I don't know what it is, and you have a status LED green right here at the bottom right, showing if you are connected or not. You have your diagnostic codes, and you can also search using this icon right here. Let's select engine and ECT. We can go to data list. Alright, fatal error. If the problem persists, please submit an error report using the F12 key. Alright, let's just support that. Just a few hiccups we were ready for because we are using a somewhat not so official version of this software, so you have to expect some hiccups. Let's try trouble codes. Unnecessary since we didn't see any. Let's go to active test. Okay, so we have all type of things that we can control here. Again, I'm not a professional mechanic, so I'm gonna take this carefully. But I guess these are things that you can test in real time, and it's a bunch of them. Fuel pump, fuel cut prohibit, catalyst misfire, electric cooling fan. Alright, we have an error code. Alright, operate with ignition on, engine off, shift selector in park. Alright, for this the engine needs to be off, but ignition on. Alright, let's go ahead and turn off the engine. But the ignition is still on. So let's go ahead and hit OK. Nope, we still have the same problem. We have controlled the ETCs. Let's open and close the electronic throttle control system. Okay. But as you can see, vacuum pump, exhaust. Let me go down so you see all the options available, even though we can't use all of them. It's a quite capable program. Solenoids. Control the shift position. I guess this is for the lever. Alright, let's get out of this. We have so much more to do. We have utility. We have the O2 sensor, evaporator system check, learning value reset. These are things you will have on a professional scanner. All readiness. Let's check the readiness. This one needs the engine on, I'm pretty sure. Welcome to readiness test utility. This function is used for repair confirmation by delaying related system monitor status. Next. Please input the desired DTC to check monitor and DTC status simultaneously. Alright. I have no idea what this is. Let me get out of here. Let me exit. Alright, so we're gonna go to the next. I'm just trying to show you what's available. Dual data list. This will allow you to put two values at the same time. Let me see, air conditioner. Another fatal error. Let me turn on the vehicle. Let's retry the health check, this time with performing all the module. Compensation, tire pressure. Store all data. Would you like to include timestamp data? Yes. Let's hit next. Please select appropriate tire condition. Cold tire. Yes, this is a cold morning. Please enter the following information. Ambient temperature. You know what? Let's remove this one. Compensation, tire pressure, let's remove that. Next. Alright, we still have 14 modules. Let's see what happens. So let's go to customize settings. All right, here are the customizations available. This is where I'll be working the most, like changing basic settings on the vehicles that you don't have available in the gauge cluster. You have a wireless door. Let's go to arrow. All right, so we have wireless control, hazard answer back, open door warning, auto lock time. This is 60 seconds. Okay, let's see, wireless control. If you hit off, you will turn off the wireless control, which I don't recommend. Hazard answer back, it'll tell you what it is down here. That's good. Open door warning. If you don't want it to chime when the door opens, you can turn it off right here. Unlock to operation. That's a function to unlock the driver's door by pressing the unlock button of the transmitter once. And next we have the panic function, the auto lock time. I have it on 60 seconds. Wireless auto lock, wireless buzzer. Function to change the keyless entry buzzer. Wireless buzzer volume. I'm just going to leave it here. All right, so that's what you have. I didn't see anything I wanted to change here, but let's go to the next security. I don't want to mess with this. The wipers, can we control the wipers? Let's see. This is called bidirectional control on professional car scanners, where you basically actuate functionalities like roll down the windows. Okay, so this car does not have any option for that, so let's go back. So as I go, you will find things in your case that I don't have here, depending on what car you have. The more modules you have, the more options you will have here to mess with. So here is a sliding roof. Here it's set to on. Function to open and close the sliding roof automatically by pushing the switch of sliding roof. Or I'm not gonna mess with this. Okay, entry and start. Seat, like the seat warning if you don't want it to make a noise when the seat belt isn't connected. I guess this is it. Again, no options. Alright, you have the power window. So I'm gonna try this to see if I can roll down the windows. Window auto up, window auto down. Okay, so that's not it. I just want to actuate it live and see it roll down, not actually change the settings. All right, so let's see. Illuminated entry, light control, air conditioner. Let's see the air conditioner. All right, set temperature shift. This is set to normal. Evaporator control, automatic, automatic. But as you can see, there is quite a lot you can do. Let's keep going. Unit conversion. Let's see if you want to change the units on the gauge cluster. All right, nothing here. No unit conversion available. What is this? PSD and PVD. The back gate. All right. I'm gonna keep this like this. What is in others? Nothing here either. We have ECU programming. Let's check all the modules. Let's check all of them. This is a 16 RAV4, by the way. All right, here are the calibration IDs. So let's go back. All right, what is that? CAN bus check. Door motor, tire pressure. These are the communications we have. Let's go back. And every time you can print, as you can see here. Let's see what we have here. Main menu. Would you like to save your data before exiting? Yes. And then it's gonna let you save it in default user. That's good. Door motor. Let's check what that is. Data list. Driver door. Power window up. Okay, here is a graph. Got you. So if I ever show any lab data, I just have to hit the graph at the bottom here. Driver door up. Status of the driver door, power window, manual up, switch on or off. I thought I would be able to just actuate the driver window up and down. I guess I will have to play with this more, get to learn it. All right, so let's go back. After you are done, install it using the method number 2. You're gonna go ahead and launch VirtualBox. And now here is our TechStream version 12 right here, and you're gonna go ahead and hit start. This is basically running Windows XP on a VirtualBox virtual machine, like having a computer within a computer. The iconic Windows XP sound. You just have to launch your TechStream software on your virtual machine. TechStream version 12 launched. Hit connect to vehicle. So you're gonna go to the devices, USB. Alright, this is the MVCI. You want to make sure it is connected. And as you can hear, it disconnected from the main PC and it has now connected to the virtual machine. Hit the connect again. Alright, as you can see, we are connected. And I can even see that this one looks like it finds more information right off the bat from the scan. As you can see, it finds all the car information mostly, and the only thing left is this guy. We've got a smart key and others. This one doesn't have a radar, and then hit next. You see this? Now we have even more data. Let's go to health check. Let's see what's in there. Let's go to next. Now we have 31 modules being scanned. Before we had half of that. So it looks like the version 12 gives us better options than the version 18. We might be sticking to version 12 instead. Alright, we're not able to access the network. Let's just continue. Obviously we cannot use the network. Using the internet connection will undo our patch and everything. Everything we do will be offline. And as you notice, it's a little bit slower. Now we have a virtual machine running inside another operating system. That's going to put a toll on the computer itself. So you want to make sure you have a decent computer to do this. Using a virtual machine can be the only way I can recommend using your main computer for this. But if you're installing it using the first method, I would not recommend using your personal work computer for it. Alright, so here is the results, and as you can see we have more information like the tire pressure on the top, tire pressures, we have the hub check results, we have engine ECT, and we have the configurations to the right here. Campaign status, there's a question mark, not sure what that means. The campaign check could not be performed due to one of the following reasons: the vehicle VIN was not available, TechStream could not, or definitely yeah, it cannot access the network, it can't tell us if an update is available or not, which makes sense. Alright, so this is really nice, I'm liking this. So let's see, let's click on engine ECT. Alright, we are in trouble code, DTC monitors are complete. Let's view monitors. These are readiness monitors. We have misfires, fuel system, composition parts, catalyst efficiency, heated catalyst, evaporative system. Look at that. Everything is complete. As you can see, pass. You can check this real quick before going to do your car inspection, which is nice. Alright, so you have your trouble codes. We don't have none. We have a data list. Alright, we have an error. Let's go to active test. Injection volume, control injection values. Always avoid messing with this. Let's go to what's utility. Nothing in utility. Let's go to data list. Dual data list. Alright. Let's go to evaporated system check. Alright, what do we have here? This test activates the purge VSV vent valve and vacuum pump to draw and release vacuum in the system. System operation can be confirmed by observing the vapor pressure during each step. I feel like doing that. Learning value reset. I remember doing this on my X2. Check mode. O2 sensor operation. Let's check that. Alright, we got an error. Let's go back to system select. Let's go to customize settings. We have wireless door lock, security, what's in warning, key remind sound, driver's side seatbelt warning buzzer, that's on, front passenger side. Alright, this one I'm gonna turn this off. Front passenger side seatbelt warning. Lane change, flashing settings. This is a 3, I'm gonna set it to 6. I'd like it to beep a few more times. Alright, so this is my scan gauge right here. I made a video about it. If you want to check it out, I'll pin the video on the top right. Okay, it's 3 clicks. 1, 2, 3. Alright, now we're gonna go ahead and change it to 6. We're gonna go ahead and save the settings, and then we're gonna hit next. Alright, so now let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, that's not bad. At least I got to change something live so you can see it's working. I'm just being extra careful with this. What's in display? Eco drive indicator zone on. Okay. This is odometer display time after ignition is off. Okay, you can keep it on longer. 30 seconds is about right. Let's get out of here. Option setup, seat, light control, illuminated entry, security, sliding roof. Alright, so function to open and close the sliding roof automatically by pushing the switch. Okay, not much here. If I was to recommend you between the version 18 and 12, at least for this car, I don't know what year car you got. This is a 2016. I have better options on the older version, the 12, while the 18 had a lot of limitations for some reason. I guess it's more focused on newer vehicles. I'm not sure. Let's go to read data function and see what's in here. Let's see what this is. PCS. The law in some states require obtaining written consent from the owner prior to downloading or interpreting vehicle control history data. Okay, I know what this is. I didn't see this one on the version 18. TIS function. TIS function, vehicle inquiry. You have vehicle main page, new user demonstration, new feature document. This video has been too long already, so I'm not gonna make it any longer. But yeah, this is how you install and use the TechStream version 12 or version 18, depending on which one you decide to choose. Definitely easier to get the version 12 if you have a decent computer, and I think that's safer because you're basically running this software on a virtual machine, so it's not actually affecting your host operating system, because this operating system is basically running on top of another. As you can see, this is Windows XP running on Windows 10, as you can see here. Hopefully this is going to be useful to somebody out there. If it is, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and stay tuned. If you have any questions, drop it in the comment section. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.